What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, before I get into this story, I want to say something real fast. I went to my YouTube studio yesterday, and I was looking at a lot of my numbers during the time of, me being on YouTube this past month, and I've noticed that a lot of comments, for some reason, YouTube has been taking them off, citing that the wording was wrong or something like that. And I looked at a lot of your comments and nothing was wrong with them. So I don't know if they're having a glitch in the YouTube algorithm or what, but I'm not the one taking your comments off. So if anybody out there has a comment and then it doesn't post, let me know in my email, that's listed in my description box where you can contact me personally and I'll go and look into it. But guys, just disclaimer, that's not me, it's YouTube. I don't know what's going on. With that being said, I want to talk about a story I did yesterday involving this young lady right here and the unfortunate circumstances that befell her. This is Abrielle Baldwin. She's in the news still. People are still talking about it. She's 23 years old. She was a mother of two. Sadly lost her lives at the hands of one of her brothers during an argument over Christmas presents. Yesterday, they didn't show who the kids were because they were teens, but this is the picture of what they look like. And it has both of their names there. And I'm going to tell you something. Besides these kids looking like grown men, I honestly believe, with the new details I'm going to show you in this new video I show about what happened and how it transpired, man, it's just the way we just do each other out here, man. I mean, this story really hurt my heart. First of all, it sounds like something in a movie. A bad film at that. And it's a sad ending. Not only are these two facing murder charges, all kind of charges. One's in the insane asylum right now, mental hospital. The other one's in the hospital fighting for his life. She's gone. Two children. Guys, just listen. Look at the video and we'll come back and really get on this. Check this out. This is sad, man.
Mother of two is dead after being shot by her own brother on Christmas Eve. Abrielle Baldwin was trying to break up an argument between her siblings when one of them pulled out a gun. Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports on what has the sheriff furious and the changes he is now calling for.
Photos Abrielle Baldwin posted to social media show her filled with joy.
She's just a woman going about life, doing her thing with her two kids, trying to make a living, trying to make it.
On Christmas Eve, while at her grandmother's home on 22nd Avenue in Largo, she'd had enough of her brothers bickering. DeMarcus and Darcus began pulling guns on one another.
Abrielle told DeMarcus, quote, "You all need to leave that stuff alone. Why are you trying to start it? It's Christmas."
They both had been fighting over Christmas presents, with the 15-year-old Darcus jealous that their mom had spent more on gifts for 14-year-old DeMarcus. After Abrielle stepped in, DeMarcus pulled a gun and fired, killing her and sending her son and his nephew, an 11-month-old, falling to the ground. Then, Darcus pulled his own gun and shot DeMarcus, leaving him badly injured.
This proliferation of guns on the streets and guns in this area and guns in the hands of these kids, this is the worst I've ever seen it. I don't think we've ever seen it this bad.
The sheriff says the area around 22nd Avenue in Largo has been subject to extra patrols lately, with 13 gun-related incidents since September. He says his office has gotten reports of 17 guns stolen from unlocked cars. He suspects the guns used in this shooting were obtained that way.
And people can't leave their car doors unlocked and leave their guns in their cars. It's got to stop.
Further, the sheriff says both juveniles have been let off the hook too easily by the juvenile justice system, particularly DeMarcus, who has a history of violence against school staff and law enforcement. The sheriff is calling for tougher laws.
They are not getting the consequences that they should get that keep them from doing it again and again and again.
Abrielle was only 23, and now her kids, an 11-month-old and a 6-year-old, will have to grow up without her. Evan Axelbank, Fox 13 News.
Hey guys, those are the alarming new details about what happened to Abrielle Baldwin, and may she rest in peace. Now, supposedly this happened in Largo, Florida. I said Tampa Bay, Florida, but they said Largo, Florida. So shout out to the brother that sent me that information in the comments. I appreciate that. But regardless of where it was at, this is a senseless crime. I mean, and this thing hurts my heart on a lot of levels. Number one, you got two teenage boys in there fighting over something as minuscule as who getting the most gifts, and then find out that the gifts that you got were of lesser value than your younger brother, and it causes you to go into a rage and y'all start fighting and pulling guns on each other. Make that make sense to me. You should be happy that you're getting something at all. There's some people out there that didn't receive any Christmas gifts. Some people that don't even have no family out there, and y'all sitting up here bickering, over something stupid as that. See what they said? The area they in had a high theft rate, a lot of gun-related calls, updated police presence, products of the environment. This thing right here screams lack of male leadership. Where was the dad at? Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? If he was even involved. Honestly, I don't think he's involved. And the reason why I say where was the father is because boys, regardless of them, their lack of discipline or anything like that, there's always, if there's a man in the house, there's certain levels they'll go to where they'll stop because in the back of their mind, there's somebody greater than them they got to answer to. And you see it. This right here went as far as it can go. As far as it can go. This woman gone. Got shot with the baby in her arms, 11-month-old. She and the baby fall to the ground. She got shot up close with a .40 caliber pistol. You know how much power that is? A .40 caliber pistol. The other one that got shot by the brother after shooting her got shot with a .45 caliber pistol. Where they getting these guns from? They say they think the guns are stolen. One dude got rid of the gun. They looking for the gun. Man, I mean, this thing is like a movie. You can't even draw this up. Now, I guess that's why it's making news. I mean, listen, man. You cannot sit here and say something like this doesn't bother you when it's children involved and it's a victim that wasn't even a part of the argument that tried to stop it. And they lose their lives. It's always the people on the outside trying to do the good in a bad situation that take the brunt of the punishment or the ultimate prize of death. So they had a history in the juvenile system where they was getting slaps on the wrist. You see my man sitting up there in Instagram with the gun. You on a live social media platform with a firearm in your hand as a kid. It seems like guns nowadays are a symbol of manhood. When did that come about? When? She seemed happy. Had her 2 children. Life was good for her. Only painted to be like that. And she's sitting over there, you in your grandma's house, and you take a life for somebody in your family. 6-year-old boy, 11-year-old child left. I don't know if it's a male or female. I think it's a male. How you think that 6-year-old feels knowing that you killed his mother as an uncle? This right here will have a ripple effect that will last a long time. You did this in front of the kids. In front of the kids. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand it. And I wish I could fix it, y'all. I swear. I wish I could fix it. You cannot sit up here as somebody that's black. You cannot sit up here and say this does not upset you, knowing how far we came as people and the sacrifices a lot of us made just for a proper education and just to be treated equal in this country. over time and to get to where we are, and we just throwing it down the drain by eating each other alive out here. That's what hurts me. It does. I mean, I care about everybody, but something like this, it really hits hard. It's sad because it affects children. Their mom's gone. If somebody want to ruin their life, they can do it. But when you start taking other people with you over your stupidness, and then they arguing over that dumbest shit, the stupidest stuff. They walk around with guns on them. Damn. Like I said, may Abrielle Baldwin rest in peace, man. May the family that wasn't involved in this, that's affected by this tragedy, get some type of healing. Because, I mean, this is going to take a long time for people to get back to normalcy. And I'm talking about the family members. They had a candlelight vigil for, you could hear the people crying, man. It was sad to see that. It's sad. It ain't never fun when people are hurting. And just to go through something like this, man, it's something as minuscule as just a sibling argument that turns to bloodshed is beyond me. This is like a hateful generation. Like I told you, you cannot tell me that us in the black community, a lot of us, not all of us, I ain't talking about those of us that's trying to fight the good fight and learn from our mistakes and try to teach others not to do, like, you know, make the mistakes we made in the past. I'm talking about those out here that revel in doing dumb stuff, devilishment, violence, preying on each other and like it. Yeah, there are people out here that like this type of stuff. Everything got a cost. It shouldn't cost people that ain't got nothing to do with it. If you want to go out here and act stupid and destroy yourselves, that's on you. When you take other people with you, I got a problem with that. And a lot of other people got a problem with it. This is some hurtful stuff, man. It's going to get worse. It ain't going to get better. That's the part I don't understand. That's I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm getting emotional. But this kind of stuff bothers me. Here I'm 50 years old. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Here these 14, 15-year-old kids can be anything they want to be. But they choose to be shit. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.